Hi everyone, it's Simon Keeling here, and it is Saturday the 31st of August. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Just a reminder that the site here is kept free of charge by you coming back and using the site. It's when you do that that it generates revenue. That means that we can keep all the videos up to date and keep you free of charge. So thank you for doing that. Now, a bit of boasting really just to start off today's video. This was the forecast for August, issued back in July, and what it called for was rainfall totals lowest out towards the east and the southeast, highest out towards the west. We went for lower than normal totals for the east and the south, and went for around or just above normal rainfall totals in the west. Temperature-wise, went for a warm month just about everywhere, the warmest weather across eastern, central and southern areas. So that's what we forecast. And this is how surface air temperatures looked, and give myself a bit of a pat on the back for this one. Look, that core of warmth down towards the southeast saw temperatures of 4 degrees Celsius above normal. Everywhere was above normal for the time of year. Coolest of the weather was out towards the west of Scotland and west of Ireland, but even here we were a degree above normal, so we're basically pretty happy with the way that turned out. Rainfall wise, not too bad either as well. Shows that the driest of conditions out towards the east, the wettest out towards the west, and these totals down here running in at 120%, elsewhere nearer the 50 to 90% mark. So I think again, a bit of a pat on the back, so it looks as if August's forecast came true. So what of September? Well, this is what the Japanese Met Agency is going for at the moment for the next week. This is the forecast for week 1. So this takes us forward from yesterday, so from the 30th through to the 5th of September. And these are the heights, and British Isles is just underneath here. You notice here the higher than normal heights out towards the west. This is the ridge through the coming week that's going to be affecting the UK, keeping most areas dry with good spells of sunshine. For week 2, the Japanese brings this trough in through UK and western parts of Europe. Look, high pressure and a ridge out towards the west. That trough, though, does bring more unstable conditions. This runs us forward from the 6th through to the 13th of September. And it's hinting at cooler, more unsettled conditions during the course of that week. And that looks about right. I do think we will go into these cooler conditions. I'm not going to say complete washout. I don't think it will be, but I think we will see more mixed weather with some showers and some spells of rain, most of them up towards the north. And then weeks 3 and weeks 4 from the 14th through to the 28th of September. And look, heights building again. It's trying to build in high pressure out towards the west in the Atlantic there, and lower than normal heights to the east of Greenland. What that would do is strengthen the jet to the south of Greenland, build the ridge through the British Isles, and we'd probably be left with a westerly on that. Now, I think this may be a little bit early to be thinking of it in terms of the 14th. I still think we're going to look at around the 18th or 19th for the weather starting to settle down again towards the end of the month, but that's something that certainly is being hinted at. So I think we do get this mixed spell in the middle part of September before we start to settle down later on. The CFS showing nothing really dramatic. What it does show is the last hurrah of summer here really during the early stages of the forecast, so during the coming week. But then what you see here, Thursday temperatures fall off, and then really what we find is temperatures holding steady through the rest of the month. This is the forecast for Manchester of maximum temperatures, so sort of 16 to 18, around about normal for the time of the month. Nothing drastic in there. Few cool nights though showing up later on in the month, of course, which is what you'd expect. But actually, that's quite remarkable flat temperature, isn't it, through here during most of September. And again, it's what you'd expect to see really, given that the flow is forecast to be mainly from the west. Now, the CFS looks like this. Week 1 forecast got higher than normal heights through the British Isles, stretching right the way out into the Atlantic, hence the reason for the high pressure this week. Week 2, as the JMA showed, just got a ridge out towards the west, deep trough through the British Isles, look, and it's that keeps us more unsettled. See, I'm falling into that trap now, saying unsettled. It's not really, it's mixed more than anything else. And then week 3, a bit of a change from the CFS on this one. What it's trying to show is lower than normal heights across the UK. That would strengthen the jet like so across Ireland, across southern parts of the country. It would bring more unsettled and cooler weather to the UK during this period. Now, this is something we need to watch. It's against what the JMA was saying. They were trying to build the pressure before, but I did say to you I thought it would be around the 18th or the 19th that we'd see a pressure build. So that would be towards the end of this week, and I think what that would be this ridge here starting to ridge in from the west. So certainly hinting at staying pretty unsettled and cool during that week 3 period on the CFS, and then week 4, well, it tries to keep the trough out towards the west, got a ridge in the Atlantic here. It tries to trough this out with a ridge out towards the east. Now, what this would suggest is that there will be a ridge building in, but it's going to be more sort of eastern and southern parts of the country that probably would see temperatures starting to pick up and become drier first of all. And that's probably not too far wrong, with the northern and western Scotland and northern and western Ireland seeing outbreaks of rain at times, but other areas probably improving with drier conditions coming through. So I think for September then we need to be thinking in terms of between about the 1st through to the 5th. I think we're looking at dry and warm during that period for most. I think then we're going to be looking around the 6th to about the 19th as being mixed and also cooler too. And then I think from the 19th onwards, that's when we probably go warmer and also drier, although probably mainly towards the east looks to be in the driest conditions during that period, although probably all places coming into that after about the 23rd. So hopefully that's brought you up to date with where we are with September. We'll get the official map issued very soon, but for now, thanks for watching weatherweb.net and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.